Boys, the One Piece live action trailer just dropped, and after watching it, I'm super excited. I already made a video talking about why it would succeed, but I'm able to admit I'm heavily biased because I just love One Piece so much. So let's play devil's advocate. Why will this live action fail? Well, we all know adapting a live action series isn't easy. This is the same studio that absolutely blundered Cowboy Bebop, and in my opinion, it should have been easier to handle something like Bebop compared to the Goliath that is One Piece. And I enjoyed Cowboy Bebop at first, because they did a good job with some of the characters, and they had the vibe down, and the fights were cool. Sound familiar? Sounds just like what everyone is praising One Piece for. They seemed to do a good job casting the characters for One Piece, the interactions made me giggle and feel nostalgic, the combat seemed decent, and the sets were gorgeous. A lot of positive first impressions, I must say. But if you look a little deeper, you notice Luffy is wearing shoes. Whatever, not a big deal, I'm kind of just joking around. It's for safety purposes because they will be performing stunts. But wait, Sanji doesn't have a cigarette in his mouth. Weird. I wonder why. Do they not want Sanji to be a bad influence to kids? Because remember what happened with the 4Kids dub. With every change, we get further and further from what we fell in love with. Alvida doesn't seem to be that unattractive. Her whole character was that she was absolutely disgustingly ugly inside and out. And she got her crew to call her beautiful out of fear. And then Luffy comes along. Our typical Luffy, blunt and honest, and just doesn't give a fuck. Calls her ugly straight to her face and the entire crew loses their mind.
Hey Kobe, who's the fat lady?
So is that just not going to be a thing? If they are too scared to wear sandals and too scared to have Sanji smoke, will Luffy be blunt and call her ugly? Honestly, I doubt it. And at that point you're changing not only Alvida, but Luffy, our lovable protagonist, who now has a lisp for some reason. I mean, I have a lisp, but I'm also not playing a character that everyone loves.
The sea's been calling.
Also, Usopp is lacking his signature nose. The director already said that Sanji will be much more of a gentleman than a simp, which I do like that side of him. I do like when he's a gentleman. But the simpery is part of his character and adds comic relief. So Sanji's also different? Damn.
Treacherous stretch of ocean.
Nami's acting seemed to lack emotion and enthusiasm, so is she different too? That makes Luffy, Sanji, Usopp, and Nami. That's not good. That is not good, boys. Although I do want to give Nami the benefit of the doubt, because it was one line, and honestly Nami was a lot more reserved in the East Blue because she has trust issues. She knows that she needs to continue to steal for her village and doesn't want to get too attached to anybody, knowing she will need to leave. And obviously Usopp's nose isn't the end of the world, and Luffy's lisp isn't the end of the world either. It's a little character trait. But do you see what I'm getting at? It's a trickle effect. With every change causes more changes, and those changes will affect how the crew interacts, which is one of the things we love about One Piece. And like I said in my last video, I think us One Piece fans could look past a lot. I'm absolutely nitpicking for the sake of this video. But as long as they nail the characters, I think we'd be happy. But sadly, there's a good chance they won't be the ones that we fell in love with. Random thought. If Sanji can't smoke, what are they going to do with Smoker? This is a series about pirates after all. It doesn't need to be too PC. The One Piece world constantly deals with corruption and justice and slavery, and by contrast, freedom. And if they are too scared to have a character smoke or call a character ugly, why do I feel like the entire series is just going to be watered down? And if it's watered down, then the theme of freedom can't hit nearly as hard. It's the little details that matter, because before you know it, they all start adding up and we are left with a series about pirates that just kinda resembles One Piece. Hey, that guy's got 3 swords, hell yeah. By the way, in regards to Smoker, how the hell are they gonna do Logias if this ever gets greenlit for a second season? At least the CGI for the Sea King did look pretty good, but Luffy's arm was kinda just whatever, and it was just a regular Gum Gum pistol. I'm kinda scared for how the Gatling gun will look.
Careful with that.
I don't work for you.
I'm sensing a little bit of tension amongst the crew.
Not a crew.
While this interaction is fun, is that something Luffy would say? At first I'm like, I can't picture him saying that. At least not in that way. But at the same time, him making a joke about them being a crew before characters officially joining is classic Luffy. He did it both with Sanji and Nami in the anime. So maybe I'm overthinking it, much like the rest of this video. What are some things they did well? 1. The CGI doesn't look terrible. 2. The characters look pretty good, and overall I think they did a good job casting. 3. Buggy has a red nose and is creepy as fuck. While that might not seem like a big deal, again, it's the small details that matter, because there's a lot of abominations in One Piece. If they skip out on the nose, what else are they going to change to make it look quote-unquote normal? 4. The combat, especially with Zoro, looked really cool. Makenyu Arata has experience with Rurouni Kenshin, so I'm excited. And 5. Overall, the trailer did get me excited, which is all a trailer is meant to do. Despite everything I said in this video, I'm still super excited. And we all know it won't be a one-to-one story, it's impossible. They have 10 episodes to cover Baratie, Arlong Park, and the character introductions. So of course, Orange Town and Syrup Village will be glossed over and rushed, and I actually think that's the right choice. I just hope the character introductions and backstories are handled well. Again, I'm just playing devil's advocate, but sitting down and thinking about it, I'm kind of scared now. Because just like Cowboy Bebop, the first impressions were good. But as we watched, we realized all the changes, from backstories to entire characters to entire plot lines. I went from enjoying it to absolutely cringing for what they did to an absolute classic. Small changes to Julia and Vicious, in my opinion, spiraled the entire series in a different direction. Overall, they did a lot of things right, and I'm definitely being overcritical for the sake of this video, but this is a real possibility, and I'm praying they don't go down this road. Imagine a world where a One Piece live action series blows up on Netflix, and all your friends IRL watch it. I would love to see One Piece become a worldwide success more than it already is. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, subscribe and like for more. I've been uploading daily for about 25 days now, and if I miss an upload, I gotta do 1,000 push-ups on stream. You can find me almost every day on Twitch, reacting to content and playing video games. I'm actually going to be playing Apex with Amanda Lee tomorrow, who voices Uta from One Piece Film Red, English dubbed. And then the rest of the time, I'm on Kick doing anime watch parties. That's where I will be watching the entirety of the One Piece live action when it drops. So links below, drop a follow, and I will see you all tomorrow.